Hello and welcome to Nerdy. For nerds, by nerds, I'm Nerd Steve, and tonight I'm joined by all these fine nerds. Um, we are going to be playing some Ether Skies using our D666 system. So we are kind of in alpha test for that. If you're familiar with our Zoo Mafia game, which is going to be put on Kickstarter at some point, we're just waiting for that follower number to grow to a sufficient number before we push the button. But if you're familiar with that, that's kind of like the uh, core game mechanics that we kind of have merged into other things. But let us jump into the world of Other Skies. Our recap from Session 10, Cathedral of the Void. Previously on the Screaming Knight Commanders, you finally reached the heart of the enemy's territory. Guided by Malcolm through a labyrinth of gorges, you bypass the heavily guarded front gate to slip into the Cathedral of the Void through a narrow, oil-weeping fissure. Along the way, a final shimmering rift gave you a brief glimpse of Rook fighting a running battle in the void. And though he was dragged back into the dark, he managed to push Magellan through the veil, reuniting Snaggle with his dagger. Ah, inside you found the momentary sanctuary in the Chamber of Divinity, ringed by statues of the old gods, including an unknown rustic deity forgotten by history. You drank from the reflective pool that healed your wounds and revealed that the other place is actually a cosmic prison. In this room, Hope forged a temporary battery packed that overcharged Lucian with pure, stable etheric energy. After braving a sanity-bending rotunda of looping Escher staircases, you reach the high balcony overlooking the inner sanctum. Below, the ritual is at its zenith. Pips is bound to a stone slab, clutching the glowing fungus doll under a swirling cosmic vortex. The preacher stands over her, flanked by 13 cultists and two massive tentacle void creatures. But the time for stealth is over. Hope has just fired a shotgun into the air, screaming a taunt to draw the room's attention. As Seraphe poises a heavy stone pedestal over the cultist, Lucian channels dark ether and Snaggle readies to slip into the shadows to cut the girl free. Every single eye below snaps upward to look directly at you. Mostly contained distraction has landed and the final battle is on. How would you like to do this? Now, if you guys would like to take a moment amongst yourselves to discuss what exactly you're going to do, feel free. But that's kind
Yeah,
of just where we left off.
yeah, because
And that was a
getting
couple
there.
weeks ago. So you guys might need a refresher on, the plan you guys had come up with. But
So,
basically, the layout behind you guys are up in the balcony. Above you is the domed cathedral ceiling that is all stained scarlet glass and depicting, all kinds of eldritch horrors and things that bend and warp your sanity just by looking at them. It looks to be a mockery of a church with its setup, complete with pews. There's a bunch of pedestals with different icons on them. But even still, like all the angles are off and they're wrong. The geometry is just as corrupted as the rest of this place.
as far as my thinking went, all I said was, "Hey, I need to get through the distraction." That's where all of my thinking started and stopped.
Yes.
If you guys want to chime in and be like, "Hey, we can actually make use of this," let us know.
So I'm going to work under the assumption you would have given Snaggle a head start
Yes.
in order to get closer to Peps. I know when we left off, Lucian was over channeling as much raw power as he could from other talent and corruption. I believe he was going to attempt to hit 5 different targets
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's what the case was.
and maxing out for three
That's what my
extra
notes say.
damage to each.
Yep.
Okay. And then Seraphe had telekinetically grabbed one of the pedestals and is getting ready to wield it in battle.
Oh yeah, that ain't.
Does that
Okay.
sound about right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let's start off with a grit check from
Ooh.
Snaggle.
Okay, and I can use precision for that instead because of my ability.
All right, perfect.
So let's go. Okay, I have double 4s, and that gives me a total of 7.
So you're going to gain an Aether.
Okay.
And that is success with consequences.
Yeah.
Oh, there is one thing I did want to say.
Mm-hmm.
First, for Carlos, for Hope. So, because you're kind of creating a distraction, you can actually do that as kind of a break it up move or intervene.
Okay.
So, and then you can decide who you want to assist.
Well,
so I technically should have probably had you go first, but
I can break it up, and I don't know if this will be able to assist Snaggle in any way. I don't know if I can just retroactively do that. Is that possible? Or
well, yeah, you definitely will be able to. Just because you're trying to create a distraction to keep him from being discovered. Okay. But that being said, because I messed up, you're only going to give him a +1 if you're successful, and it's going to keep him in the same category.
Yeah.
But that being said, he succeeds with consequences on the check, meaning depending what you roll, you can give him the +1 and then would also be on the hook for the consequences.
Okay. If you're fine with that.
I am.
Well, I know I'm asking Bobby, you okay with that?
Yeah. I'm okay with you taking my negative. I am concerned for you, but go for it.
I didn't roll like trash 5, 6, 7, and I'm rolling which grid or
For creating distraction, I will let you use precision because you're firing your gun.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is successful.
All right. What was the total?
10.
10? Okay, yeah, success. All right. So actually, that just means you give him the +1, and his consequences will be his own.
Okay.
When does Lucian and Seraphe launch their attacks?
Probably right after everything goes up.
Yeah, I'm cool with, from the moment of the distraction.
Okay, so kind of adding to the chaos.
The chaos, yep.
All right, roll it up then. And there are 16. There are 16 targets, Ted. So who are you targeting?
So I would say if I can hit, if I said I was powered up to hit 5 targets, so
yep,
it's going to hit 4 guys that are clustered together, and if I can get the priest, cool. If not, then just 5 guys together.
Yeah, you can go after the preacher too. So basically, you can describe how it works, what it looks like. Like if you want it to be 5 rays coming from each one of your fingers on one hand, if you want to shoot out 5 bolts of energy, or if you want it to be something different, it's fluff.
Yeah, so I think it's like energy like raining down. Rather than coming directly from me, it's coming from above, as if I'm like kind of pulling it out of the air. And it's moving in a chaotic and hard to dodge way. Since I'm adding in the corruption, I'm trying to like make it be more chaotic.
Okay, so that the cultists are minions. Just a game mechanic, folks, for people watching.
Yep. Meaning,
if they take damage, they pop, right? But just so you're aware, you have the two of the large void creatures, like you saw outside the gates, in this room, the 13 cultists and the preacher.
All right. Well, so then in that case, like, if I could target like 3 of the cultists, sorry, 2 of the cultists, 2 of the creatures, and the priest. Pop pop some damage into the things that are probably not minions, but take out some minions at the same time.
Okay. So, all right. And what did you roll? I'm sorry.
It was a 10 total.
10 total. Okay.
So that would be what, 5 damage?
What do you normally do?
Normally is 1, so 4.
1. So 1, and then you're adding 3 because you upped it. Maxes up 3, so that gets you to 4. Unless you have anything else.
I don't, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. So the magic rains down upon the gathering, taking out 2 of the minions, and injuring the preacher as well as both of the void creatures.
That's wild.
And definitely the so definitely the void creatures and the preacher definitely resisted some of that attack.
Okay.
Just so you know. About half of the attack, so it'll give you kind of a barometer to go by. Okay. Pips is on the stone slab, and
Did you want to go first? Or...
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'm kind of irritated with the preacher, just slightly. So I'm gonna be screaming all kinds of naughty elf words and try to bludgeon him with the pedestal. I rolled a 12 with my bonuses.
All right. So you go to slam the preacher with the pedestal, and it hits him full on like a battering ram. And he staggers a step or 2 back. But his the whole front of his chest is dented in. And then you just kind of watch it pop out and kind of fix itself as if you really didn't do anything to him at all.
Lovely.
Now we've got Snaggle kind of crawling up to the slab. You wormed your way up there, and as the shotgun blast from Hope goes off and all hell breaks loose, pedestals flying, and magic dark corrupt Aether raining down upon your enemies. You are at the slab of stone that has pips bound to it.
Okay. I would like to. Is she bound with rope or chains or what?
The ropes.
Okay, I'm gonna cut her loose and just go.
She matter of fact, you recognize the ropes. It's the ropes were made from the fibers of the fungus.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure I use Magellan to cut it then.
Okay, so as you do that, they die.
Yes.
Um,
Okay. I don't need to roll or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. So as you kind of have pips, and are you going to carry her, or are you going to have her move on her own?
So, you tell me. How
She's
big are
really
kobolds?
scared. Kobolds are like you're about the same size as her, to be
Okay.
honest with you. But
Okay.
she's also a spindly little girl.
Okay.
So you could probably kind of like monkey carrier, where she's like, has her arms and legs wrapped around you, facing you,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
can hold on.
I will try that. Let's hope I'm not bad at it.
Okay. No, that's fine. You don't have to roll for that.
Okay, yeah. And I'm gonna try to be sneaky and I want us to hide first, and then I'll worry about us getting out.
Yeah. So remember how you made that roll and got a success with consequences?
Yes. I remember this. I was worried that was coming about now.
A tentacle from one of the void creatures snakes out from around the stone slab, and it's kind of like a sickly gray color, and it's slimy, and it's got mouths and eyes on it, and the mouths are kind of like chanting in unison with the rest of the cultists. And it attempts to wrap around your ankle.
I would like to cut it away. Can I stab it or cut it or something?
You can give me a resist the tides using might.
Oh dear. Okay. Let's see. I'm not awful at might though. Oh no. I got double sixes. Nothing is showing.
Okay.
So I got 8 total plus of the base, plus my might of 1, so 9.
Okay. Success with consequences.
Again.
Again. But so as it kind of like coils around your ankle, you do slice it away. But that brief exposure with the slime and the mouths that were trying to like bite and suck at your ankle. Take 2 corruption.
Oh no.
Which way? Where are you going? Are you going back the way you guys came, or are you going to run in a random direction that you don't know?
I think we need to go back the way we came.
I'm sorry, what, Ted?
I think we need to go the way we came.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I want to
The
use
route is
their
familiar
distraction to help with that. So yeah, we're gonna just go out of the way and hide, and then kind of make our way back up to the balcony.
Okay, so, well, I don't think you would do that, and here's why.
Oh.
Like, they didn't see you sneak up,
Oh.
but they're gonna know the girl's not there.
Gotcha.
So if you very carefully try and sneak away, yeah, it'll take them some time to probably detect you, but they're gonna know almost immediately that someone took the girl.
Gotcha. Oh,
So
that complicates things.
So you might be better off just sprinting and making a run for it.
Gotcha. You know what? That's fair. I would go with my instincts, because at this point he's acting largely on instinct anyway. So
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll pick
also-
a random direction.
I mean, there is kind of a thing you and Seraphe could do.
Oh. What is this thing?
Well, she could technically telekinetically grab you guys.
That's up to her.
I could. Does he wave? the snaggle wave?
Yeah.
Also, you guys have been working together for a while, so like this is something you guys may have talked about previously. Like you know each other's capabilities. With Hope, it might be a little bit different because Hope's new to your squad.
Yeah.
But the rest of you have worked together a little bit, so.
Yeah, I mean, if he gives me the signal, we'll try it.
I will give you the signal. Let's try it.
Let's go. I got double 5s before my
Okay.
bonus, so I mean, I think that means I can pick up their weight because they're tiny, right?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
both pretty
we're good.
small. Between
Yeah,
the two of them.
That's technically a 13. So I don't know what I was thinking. We're good.
Okay.
And you gain 2 talent. Yeah, so you can easily, grab them and yank them up to you guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
So all of you are on the balcony now, and the preacher is ranting and raving. Get them! Do not let the girl get away.
I'm laying cover fire. We gotta go! How many? I mean, I guess I roll precision, right?
Yes.
Huh. That was a warning shot! Wait, a 6 is a fail, right?
A 6 is a fail, so you gain XP.
Cool.
Good news. But the bad news is the preacher pulls his pistol and fires back at you.
Alright.
And for one, ignores up to 5 on any armor you may be having going on.
I was fucking-
5.
I was just about to ask. I have DR1. Am I Gucci or no? I'm evidently not Gucci.
No. And
It doesn't care about your 1 armor.
Right?
yeah, you also gain 2 corruption as the corrupted metal is now embedded in your shoulder, and you can feel it throbbing.
Yeah, like I was. We can go, and I'm like, oh, but boy, that hurts.
Yeah, so give me a resist the tides check using might.
Okay. I have 0 in there. I think it's time to start using skills. Fortune. Once per se, I could choose to roll with karma, and I am choosing to do so.
Okay.
I'm very, very, extremely happy that I did. So we're looking at a grand total of 9, but I have double 5s showing.
Okay. That will stop the thing from happening, and you gain an Aether.
Cool.
But take 1, because when the ongoing sets on, that's when you have to make the roll. But instead of me remembering to keep doing the bookkeeping, I just wanted to get it out of the way.
Okay. So every while I'm gonna make another might roll, right? Is that?
I'm
what
sorry?
I'm-
You're coming in a little low for me.
Apologies. What? I'm gonna constantly be doing what again?
No. That was just to see if the bullet lodged in you has an ongoing effect, and that roll just shut it down. It'll take it once to be done.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. All right. You guys have the girl.
Is there any scenery or like things that are like large enough that if I like did a cascade of energy at it could kind of like collapse and block our path, allowing us an easier exit?
Not necessarily that, but the whole ceiling is made of glass.
All
A
right.
good portion of it, anyway. It's
all
like
right, can-
like
so-
the big like cathedral dome.
All right. So I'll release a blast of energy that way to see if I can get the glass to like rain down on them. Even
Yep.
if like I'm not aiming to do damage, I'm aiming for it to be like a distraction in our getaway. If that makes sense.
Yep, slow them down. Absolutely.
So that is going to be a 14 with the Aether showing.
Okay, so you're going to gain 1 Aether and 2 talent. And yes, you kind of like alter the frequency of the Aether blast that you let out, so that it kind of matches the subharmonics of the glass and crystal, completely shattering the whole dome in a way that it just breaks off in big chunks that are raining down. And I'm just gonna say there are no cultists left.
I will beat feet.
All
I
right.
have a question. I'd like to try something, but I'm not sure if there is anything in the world that would equate to this.
Let's find out.
Okay, so I have the talent Ancestral Wealth, and we
Mhm.
haven't used it. I can burn 7 talent to use this item one time and just have it in my hand, right? I
Yes.
would like to, I don't know, maybe there's a magical elven heirloom that you throw it at somebody and it imprisons them. Like a little net gate thing. I don't know. Something to that effect.
Read the ability to me again.
Okay, so if I burn 7 talent, which I was max talent, you have an item you need for the task at hand. And we're trying to escape, so I want to stop the creature, right? So roll
Yeah.
talent and ether. Wealth 1 to 6 is a failure. 7 to 9, the item works for 1 use and then is destroyed. 10 to 11, the item is borrowed and has to be returned. 12 plus, you have what you need and it's permanently yours. I rolled a 9
Okay.
preemptively. So it's a one-time use item.
Okay,
the next
so
time I would use it.
what does it look like? What do you pull out of your bag?
I think it'd be like, because she's into like crystals and stuff, so probably like a crystal ball that when
Okay.
it explodes, it has like, I don't know, maybe a net, maybe a sticky goo. Something that's, I mean, ideally, I'd like for it to, prevent him from shooting as well, but movement is also optimal.
Okay.
I'll take what I can get.
All right. So yeah, you have it. It is a crystal globe, right? And when it hits, it'll shatter, and it will release almost like a foam that'll then harden.
Cool.
Who do you want to throw it at? You said
Creature.
okay. Then give me a precision roll.
Might be okay. Precision. We're doing the math. 10 minus 2 is 8. Is that success with consequence?
It is success with consequences. Okay, so it
We'll
hits,
take
and as you smash into his chest, he gets a shot off at you, doing 1, and then I'm going to need a resist the tides might check from you. as one of those corrupted bullets are lodged in becomes lodged in you.
Oh, sorry. You did 10 showing talent.
All right, you're good. You're gonna take one more wound from the ongoing, and then you're gonna resist.
Cool. So 2 total, right?
2 total. Yep.
Got it.
Otherwise, every time you had to do a move or do something, then we roll again to see if you take damage. Okay. So yeah, he's encased in this foam and starts screaming for his minions to get him out of this thing.
Most of his minions are dead.
Yeah, most of them are. Just the void creatures are left. So with that, you guys can turn and beat feet back the way you came. The only issue is you're going to have to now navigate the Escher-esque staircases again, where gravity isn't quite right. And for that, I'm going to need a grit check from everybody.
Ooh. How did I know we were gonna have a complication? All right, let's.
Well done.
Okay.
There's a 10 on the nose.
Yep, 10 here too.
So 8 plus.
Oh, thank God. Well, it's a 7, but it's successful
Okay.
consequence.
So yeah, so you're completely like freaked out by this. Like you're able to find your path and get there, but you're going to take 1 insanity. As the stairs and entries and exits aren't the only thing being warped here, but your mind as well.
No,
I got 8, so I'm pretty sure I have the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, who's currently carrying the child?
I imagine I am probably, because she was holding on to
Okay.
me.
Then you have a choice to make.
Mm.
You can allow her to suffer the same fate as you, or you can take the insanity for her.
I will take it for her.
All right, so you guys, you're able to track back through the crazy staircases. You know, insert Scooby-Doo scene here, and you guys finally come back out at the bottom, outside that the chamber of divinity that you had guys come through before. And once you make it into that chamber, you know you're relatively safe in here from what you've seen in the past, at least from the lesser void creatures that kind of patrol the hallways. You don't know about the large ones that are were in the center of the cathedral, or the ones outside, as well as if the preacher would be deterred either. But being said, the room is here and undesecrated, so there's a good chance that no one else has discovered it.
So can we drink the water?
You can, and it's still very enjoyable, but it's not going to confer the benefits again.
Okay.
Oh,
We have the girl. Can we have the girl drink the water?
Yeah, because she has not.
Yeah.
I hadn't drank it yet, so
Yeah,
that's right.
Seraphy didn't.
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't drink it. Yeah.
now does anybody need healing or aid while we're in here?
I mean, I've got a little bit of damage, but I'm not overly concerned.
I have insanity now. Like, I don't have tons, but like I took insanity twice. I don't know
Yeah.
if
So-
others-
Do I feel like the resonance off of the metal that's sticking in Hope?
Well, yeah, Hope and Seraphe. Although Seraphe, when Seraphe drinks from the well, any wounds you have are healed as well as any insanity. But as you do that, the bullet like pushes out of the wound.
Okay,
And falls to the
so
ground.
I can heal, and you guys would probably know this. I can heal insanity and I can heal wounds. So just let me know what you guys would like.
Insanity.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
If you're curing me, I prefer insanity because it's harder to recover from.
Yeah.
So I would heal Snaggle first. And you get 11 plus 3. So you can heal 3 of whatever you want.
Thank you. I will heal 2 insanity and 1 wound.
Hope you don't get the same effort. You just get
Please.
1.
I'm hurt.
You just get 1 of whichever one you want back.
I guess I'll remove 1 insanity, so I'm at 1 wound and 1 insanity.
Seraphine's like, I don't know you like that.
Now, can I try to telekinetically remove the bullet for him? Do we have time for that or no?
We can say that as part of it, sure.
Okay, cool. We don't like those things.
Yeah, I get that. So, this
examine
next
the metal, the bullets.
they're similar to what you've seen before.
The same kind of like corrupted.
Yeah, I mean, you had recovered them from
the corpse.
From the corpse, and it is the same. I mean, you're pretty sure it was, the preacher that shot him to begin with. So
Right. All right.
So on the other side of this chamber is where the crisscross of labyrinthian corridors you guys had come through before. You know the way back, but you guys are gonna have to give me a grit check in order to evade any sentries.
Can I be
Well,
stealthy?
couldn't we... Wait. Couldn't we just use the little knife trick that we got here from in here?
We have to get back to the same spot.
Oh, it doesn't work that way. Okay.
Yeah, it's not just wherever. We have to get back to the spot we came in from.
So,
Lovely.
Bobby, the grit check is basically you guys trying combination of stealth, you going ahead probably and looking to see if there's any dangers.
Okay.
The others using their senses.
Okay. In that case, can I substitute precision? Because I have an ability. It's like if I'm moving stealthily.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. And I'm gonna use precision instead. And boy, am I glad I did, because that puts me at a 7 with precision. Oh, and I got doubles, but nothing's showing.
Okay. So you said a
I'm
7?
at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 7 and 9.
10.
10.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got to roll. I was talking to chat on YouTube. Sorry. 1 second. Oh, I'm flattered. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with double 6s. Good karma and bad karma.
Better flattered than flattened.
Yeah.
Okay. So the good karma and bad karma give you 1 corruption and 1 talent.
Okay.
And what was your total?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So 12 is a critical success. Because you got a critical success, I will allow you to pass a +1 forward to the player that got the 9.
Sounds augurs to me. Sounds
So
valid.
just as Lucian's about to step and slip on some of that one of those greasy spots, and there's like jagged stones kind of protruding, looking almost like obsidian blades, right? You're able to grab Lucian and pull him back before he slips and steps into it. But because of the little bit of scuffling that goes on, Snaggle doesn't see what's happening when he doubles back to like let you guys know what's going on, because you got the 7, right?
I barely
And
succeeded.
you basically kick that thing, taking 1 wound, but if you have any kind of armor, will protect you from it.
Okay.
But the oil does seep through into your skin, giving you another corruption.
Oh man, I'm close to popping, guys.
But you
It-
avoid the sentries.
Is that your first one?
No, I have 2 more.
You have 2 ranks of corruption?
Well, I mean, I have, like, I've popped it multiple times, but I have
Yeah.
2 more corruptions to get until bad stuff happens again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have any ranks.
Yeah. No, it's just
He is
Yeah,
not
so
he's
you're
not willingly
fine.
used corruption yet.
Dude, I got like two ranks, and Twitch is so good.
it's so good.
So you guys scurry back out of the crevice, and skirting wide the front gates to avoid the void creatures that were posted out there, and find your way back to the goat path that you guys used to get up here in the first place, and get yourself back to Malcolm, who's still waiting for you. And you rescued the girl.
Nice.
And as he says that, you hear like a cacophony of screams coming from the cathedral, and the sky above it, that funnel's going erratically, and you can just feel the presence of something trying to press its way through.
Oh,
And yeah, he looks at the lot of you and looks up, and oh my God, what did you guys, by the gods, old and new and maybe made up, what did you guys do? And can we go now?
Yes, think it's good idea. Go.
Yes.
Must go.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, so you guys are running, through the gorges, and trying to retrace your steps back to the thin spot of the void. Also, trying to dodge the monstrosities of this world. There's tremor-like worms are out there, as well as the mobits that eat the tremor-like worms.
Jesus.
Everyone give me a might check.
Wait, there's not good.
These are my favorite rolls.
Well, that looks like XP to me.
I got doubles and 10.
A 9?
7, 8, 9.
So
Yes.
consequency.
9 as well with neutral ing. I gain more ether and corruption. Yay!
Okay. So if you fail, you have a -1 ongoing forward.
Okay.
If you succeeded with consequences, you just have a -1 forward on your next action. But basically, it was a check because you guys are like running and retreating. Swap probably at this point, the child's got to be passed back and forth amongst you. At one point, though, Malcolm just takes the child from you guys because he's actually much burlier than any of you.
Any of us?
Yeah.
This is
And
not a muscular
offers
party.
offers to carry her, but it's pretty arduous both physically and mentally. So it's going to take a little bit of time to shake that off. So you get to the spot where you guys originally entered this between space. The shimmering heat mirage of the thin spot is right in front of you. The finish line is a nightmare. Behind you, the heavy rhythmic thrumming of the cathedral's awakening horrors echoed down the gorge. You can taste the ozone and salt of your home world just inches away. Lucian raises a jagged hilt of Osmogoth's fang to tear the gateway open, but the blade goes dead in his hand. The cool, slick heat you've grown used to vanishes, replaced by a freezing leaden weight. The symbols along the spine don't pulse. They lock down, glowing with a stubborn, ugly, angry crimson light. The dagger isn't just failing, it's actively fighting back. It's like it's here in the dark, and it feels the thinning of the veil. It hears the preacher's cries in the distance, and it has absolutely no intention of letting you drag it back to the cage of the Sky Cities. The gateway is stuck, the enemy is closing in, and the weapon that brought you here has just thrown its teeth into reverse. You want to see Haven again, you're going to have to force this godforsaken piece of metal to comply. So you guys need to get 3 successes before you get 3 failures in trying to force the blade to do what you want it to.
I have a racial ability that lets me jerry-rig something.
Yeah, and I can dominate mine.
Would that help?
Possibly.
Artificer repairing ability.
So
I wanna just put my will against the will of this dagger. While I understand that there is more behind it, the aspect of my teaching is this is a tool. It is in my hand. It is meant to do what is expected.
yeah, so you guys have a couple of different avenues, and that's absolutely one of them. You can try physically dominating the blade using grit or might, or you can try and, as you said, force your will upon it, or calm it using either charm or will, or you can try stitching the ether geometry of this device using intellect or precision. So we'll start with you, Lucian, because you already said you want to force your will against its.
Yes. And my will amounts to nothing. I have -1 forward because of the last thing. I rolled a grand total of 5 on the 3 dice. So all told, that is a 5 with doubles.
So you're accruing XP and corruption now.
I gotta do what the dice say.
So yeah, the blade's alien consciousness backlashes against your mind. Take 2 insanity. And
2 insanity. Dear Lord.
blade still completely locked down as your will hits an iron wall. And maybe some massaging the corruption you've been playing with just a little bit as it does.
Worries, no worries.
So,
Either I know a bunch of you said different things. Who wants to try something next? Or
I can try to charm it. I have abilities there too. I get a +1 forward to charm things, so it negates my -1.
okay.
I have a question. Are we trying to get the dagger to be part of the machine and it's resisting?
No, so the dagger opened the way,
Oh.
and you're trying, and Lucian's like, we'll just go back and do the opposite of what we did, and the dagger's like, nah, I like it here.
Okay.
Nah, I like it here.
So if we go the charm angle with all my bonuses, it is a 10.
All right, so you begin asserting dominance over the blade.
Manipulative dominance.
And yes, and so you kind of begin coaxing it to do what you want it to do, and help strengthen Lucian's resolve. And for the briefest moment, your mind kind of touches the mind of the blade, as well as Lucian's mind. What thoughts slip back and forth between Lucian and Seraphe? It could be subconscious, it can be intentional, however you want to spin that. But right now, all three minds are kind of touching.
Want to go first, or you want me to, Sarfak?
She's been a little guilty about leaving and completely destroying her life and possibly Lucian's. So she would let that slip.
So you would let slip the unknown little
Yep.
little bit of back and forth.
Yeah, because if she wouldn't have left, they probably would not be here at all. Or at least she wouldn't.
So, Lucian, when you get hit with that wave of Seraphe's guilt and like the dawning happens to a thought comes to you unbidden, and that's you standing before the holy tree of the high houses, with all of your family and friends surrounding you in this lavish ceremony that's underway. The administrator of the rites is there getting ready. He's got his big, huge tome, and it's all shiny and silver and white. You can smell the food that's being prepared for the feast afterwards to celebrate your nuptials. But then time just keeps going and going and going, and no bride ever shows up.
So I think he is like shocked out of all actual, train of thought. Since that day, Lucian has kind of taken a whole different, stage on life. That's where he dedicated his life to a pursuit of knowledge and a pursuit of magic, and like he had literally turned to his family for support when he was supposed to be married and it didn't actually happen. So I imagine like we see this moment where like he's like almost frozen in place, like fighting with his dagger and losing. And I imagine like there's a part of like this struggle where like I don't think the dagger wants him dead, but I think it's trying to like Lucian has already offered himself to somewhat to the dagger for power and for aid and whatever have you, and it's kind of taking that. So it's almost appearing to him now threatening. But all of this is broken with this like new bit of information. Um, so like he's still bound to the dagger, like it's still clutched in his hand, but it like jerks towards him, almost stabbing himself in the shoulder as like he completely is pulled away from the dagger and all of its thought to just look over at this companion who apparently has been there for a while and was his betrothed, that he has no clue of this, piece of our past.
Easy mistake to make. She didn't have all those tattoos then.
Right?
That
right?
is true. I mean, it was quite some time ago.
So, as all that's kind of going down, you get hit with another kind of like flash of a of a vision, and the dagger whispers to you, "She betrayer. She betrayed you. Let me help." And then, like you just see a vision of you stabbing Seraphe over and over again with the dagger.
So, I want to resist that thought. I want to try and regain control here. So I want to replace that thought and try again. I don't know if I'm allowed to use intellect to like intellect and will are the same role for me, but to basically use my magic to envision the dagger cutting through the air. I made a promise to the family that this girl would be kept safe, and if nothing else, I keep my word.
We can absolutely do that, but first I want to go to Hope or Snaggle.
Oh, you got a snaggle.
Okay. All right. So, I pull out Magellan, right? And Snaggle looks at Magellan, and he thinks about Rook, who may be on the other side where we're at. He may have been lost trying to get this to him, whatever it is. But right now, they need to get home. And Snaggle has never done magic. He's never done psionics. But in this moment, he is essentially making a wish. He wishes more than anything else that this dagger will work just this one time to get everybody home safe. And so he's gonna try to do that as part of what Lucian did with his dagger, basically.
So, are you trying to open the rift yourself with your dagger?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Snaggle has never done magic. He doesn't know about magic or psionics, but he knows that it involves really, really wanting something, just based on what he's heard from Seraphe and osmosis from Lucian and osmosis, probably even a little bit from Hope in the short time we've been together. And so he's going to try something weird and see if anything happens. And if nothing happens, he's going to let the people that are smarter than him figure it out.
So you kind of like try to reach out with senses you've never used before, and the familiarity of Magellan in your hand, and you can feel the power of Aether thrumming in it. But then there's like certain spots on your body where you feel a tingle of energy. Is it magic? Is it psionics? I don't know. I'm not sure. But you feel like you can make it do something if you want it to.
Okay.
How much corruption you want to spend?
I can spend corruption.
In this moment you can, but here's the thing, if you do, you're then technically corrupted.
Oh.
And when Ted was talking about ranks before, now when your meter pops, you go up in ranks. And also when you use corruption, it doesn't go down, it goes up.
Oh. That's
And
interesting.
and Snaggle knows what he's touching is dark and forbidden, but he also knows he can probably make it do what he needs it to do in this moment.
Do I think this is coming from Magellan, or is it coming from outside?
You know, it's not through Magellan at all. You know, Magellan is actually helping you kind of to focus and feel these energies, but it's very different from Magellan. It is the stuff that you guys have been fighting against. It is from the other place.
Okay. This is hard.
So Snaggle is aware that he can use it, but it is bad.
Okay. So I'm gonna, in honor of our friend Robin, do a bonobo roll.
All right. May your dice roll be interesting.
Okay. So Snaggle has Magellan in his hands, and I imagine that his fur kind of starts bristling, and you almost, like, anyone that's noticing would maybe even see just sparks of energy here and there. And there's a brief moment where a little bit of a wind whips around him, and then it just stops. Because Snaggle knows what Magellan seems like, and he knows that in this moment he wants really badly to stop whatever this is that wanted to hurt Pips, but he also feels that whatever is trying to creep in and help is probably the same thing that wanted to hurt Pips, and Snaggle can never, ever, ever, ever in his conscience or soul help the thing that wanted to hurt Pips. And so he not only releases it, but he rejects it. And chooses to maybe be stuck here as a result. We'll see.
Yeah, so everyone else kind of witnesses Snaggle try and do the air cutting thing. And for the briefest of moment, like dark energies kind of swirled around them. And then Snaggle kind of shakes himself and then stomps a foot down, and it just kind of like poofs away. As you resist the temptation. Hope.
I'm gonna do what Hope does. Aetherfacer got an Aetherface, right? So, literally just doing this, just like trying to figure out how to.
So you can use intellect or precision. As Hope refuses to fight the dagger's mind or muscles, instead tracks its shifting possible angles and uses Aetherface tools.
I'll trick it to
lock its internal mechanics into place.
Yeah. I'm gonna use intellect for this one.
Okay.
Are you manipulating something, Carlos?
I'm not sure, but my dice just exploded. We have everything showing.
Okay, so which means you got a 12 plus then.
Yeah, I have a +3 intellect, so 15.
Okay.
So I'm gaining a lot of.
So your success is going to count as 2 successes instead of 1, which will give you the 3 that you need. You're going to gain 1 of each, and then you're on top of that. You're going to gain another 2 talent.
Okay, I'm over talent. I'm maxed out, and now.
Okay,
Um,
down. So you can spend any excess right now if you want.
Sure, let it. Yeah, I mean, smoke them if you got them, right? I can't say.
Essentially, yes.
I
And
can't
also,
save
you
it.
get to perform a heroic move.
I let Snaggle cut through using a little bit of my Aether Ficer magic, but letting him think it was, not evil stuff.
Yeah. So heroic moves are heroic inspiration, where you just give everyone a +1 forward. You can remove a wound or an insanity from anybody. Um,
Okay.
you can remove ether from anybody if they want it removed, and you can also remove 1 corruption.
Okay. I think we're all gonna need that +1 forward, so
All right.
feel like we need it. I thought, okay, I didn't know it didn't include editing a scene. My bad.
All right. And like I said, whatever excess you have, you can just spend it if you want to. I don't know if you there's I don't know if you have the moves page.
I do not. But to make it quick and fast, Ted, what do you recommend to spend my 1 talent on? My 1 excess. What do you recommend?
I mean, a +1 forwards all around is usually my go-to, especially right now, considering at least I think 2 of us are dealing with a -1 ongoing.
Okay, so yeah, I'll spend another talent to. I'll spend the 1 excess talent to give it. Everyone, the stuff you guys have +2 going on right now, right?
No, so technically, I'll let you give. You can give him a +1, but not everybody
Okay.
for one talent. All right.
Ouch.
With that, Lucian, now continue what you're saying.
Well, I mean, I was looking to try to force that scene, to not be me stabbing Seraphe into, me cutting open the rift.
Okay, so couple things. One, the thing that might be more horrifying than that scene that you just had to push from your mind is the fact you honestly believe the dagger believe you believe that the dagger thinks it's helping you. Um, and then you banish that. All of a sudden, like the resistance is completely gone. The physical resistance, anyway. The mental's still there. Because Hope had pulled out some of his Etherfice tools and like
Right.
zapped it a couple times
Right,
as you're
right.
kind of doing it, and like the resistance completely goes. You slice, and the reality peels back, revealing a tunnel back into the bowels of Haven.
So Lucian makes sure that everyone is through, um, and like kind of looks. I know it's it's a paper thin barrier, but after everybody else is through, he looks and is trying to see into the paper because he's looking for Rook.
Okay, so
I assume he's not going to be there, but
as you do that, you kind of that third eye of yours kind of opens up, allowing you to peer even further into the space between worlds. And you see a dark figure moving through a swirl of mist, but it's like the mist itself, it's like a fog, but it's got a sickly green color to it, yellows and purples, almost like bruises, swirling and moving around this figure. It is roughly the shape of Rook, and then the eyes lock onto yours, where you think the eyes would be, and you see an eerie yellow glow emanating from beneath Rook's helm. And then you see things kind of like around the creases, the joints of his armored body, things oozing and slithering out like tendrils.
So when you say his body, is there any signs of life to it?
He's still a distance away, so it's kind of hard to tell. It's not like it's moving. It's not moving like one of the zombies, like one of the shamblers. His movements are kind of sure and fluid the way
Okay, so
Rooks
he's.
normally
I'm sorry.
are.
I interpreted as he was lying there. My
No,
apologies.
no, he's walking towards you slowly, eyes blazing yellow. These, these strange tendrils seeping from the seams of his armor.
Can I glean anything about can I make a insight roll here? What would that be?
You could
Maybe
you
awareness
could
or
make
charm?
you could do that, or you can use sight beyond sight if you have that.
I do have that one. Sight beyond sight is will. Okay, all right. So that is going to be a 12. So that's three true answers. Is Rook alive?
Yes.
Pause.
Is
though.
Rook in control of himself?
No.
Can Rook be saved?
Yes. So what you see when you open your third eye completely and examine Rook. That creature, the Dark Rider that you banished out of Malcolm, not that specific one, but a creature like that.
Sure.
You can see that it's almost like it's almost like you are able Rook becomes translucent and you see that thing basically filling his insides. Every fiber of his being, and then like you notice something that you didn't notice before. There's a core in the center of Rook that basically is who he is, right? His like at its core, that is Rook, and it is like contained in one specific spot in him, and looks like it could actually be put into something else, maybe. I mean, I don't know, how up on Ether mechanics and Ether fights Lucian would be.
I mean, he's, fairly well studied. His intellect is as maxed as it can go in this rule set. I don't think he would know how to make an Etherfeist. But I would think if he got to Hope could probably assist or do the work, and he could assist, Hope.
So here's the thing. He's heading towards you. And that thing that you kind of drove out of Malcolm wasn't super powerful once you got it out of him.
Right.
But getting out of him might be the hard part. And here's the thing that's probably more concerning. Rook is very powerful in combat.
Yes.
He's hard to hurt, and he hurts things very good. And if you leave this portal open, he will probably come through, and you may have a chance to save Rook, or Rook may be the thing that ends your squad.
All right. So I will turn to my fellow players. Lucian has the option to just step through and close this portal, or we can leave it open, have a chance of saving Rook, and deal with whatever consequences they may be. Vote now. All right, Carlos, what do you say?
Well, I know what I want as a player.
No, I want Carlos's opinion.
Oh, I was gonna give you hopes.
No, I want Carlos's opinion.
Oh, Carlos's opinion. He's like, yeah, let's give it the shot.
All right, Bobby.
So, as a player, I want you to save Rook.
Right.
Also, as a player, I think it's more narratively interesting if you can't. So I don't know.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at YouTube chat. Tate just chimed in.
Oh?
He just chimed in.
Exactly. Working.
Right? Exact words. Leave
there's
him.
There's a riot going on in the background.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
Exact. Whoa! What a twist of fate! Literally, Tate just chimed in saying, "Leave him."
Oh,
wow.
I sorry. I was putting it to the players, but at this point in time, the controller has stepped in and voiced his opinion. So, Lucian steps through the portal and closes it. I gotta respect Tate.
Dude, this is a bigger plot twist than some, WrestleMania stuff, man. Like, this is insane. I didn't even expect Tate to pop in.
It's so good though. It's so perfect.
I think Lucian to get to the narrative element here. I think Lucian sees Rook not in control of himself, coming closer, and he knows, like, Rook was our powerhouse. Rook was, our master of melee, if you will. We don't have anyone that can withstand. So I think there's, like, a look of fear on Lucian's face, and he shores up his courage, steps through, closes the portal, and just boom, everything, like, physically, emotionally, he just drops. Like, what did he just do?
So how the rest of you respond? Lucian just dropped like a sack of potatoes.
Seraphe is going to go check on him immediately.
I think after what, like, the last minute has done, I think he's gonna deflect. Now you come to me.
You look like you need help.
I know who you are now. Have you known this whole time? Known the choice that you made?
Yes.
And you thought it was okay to just act like nothing happened. You were okay with me playing the fool, standing there in front of everyone as you fled.
It's not like I knew it was you per se.
you didn't know then, but clearly Seraphe is not your name. But Lucian Heliotrope, I have only ever used the one. So you had to have known. This entire time we've worked together that years ago we were betrothed and you didn't arrive.
Do you want help or not?
I stand up on my own.
And she'll turn away and walk away.
Malcolm just looks perplexed. and Pips is kind of still like in his arms, like sitting on his hip basically.
Is she out of it? Is she okay?
Well, relatively okay. She's not quite catatonic, but she's clearly terrified.
So, looking, I have no idea whether things are going to be able to get back across, whether there's any immediate pursuit or whether we're actually safe. But we have rescued this girl from the cult. And I don't remember whether there was a time sequence involved and that's past, or is she still in danger from the cult? Did we have that knowledge?
Yeah, you don't know if it was like there wasn't like a specific like celestial event or anything like that that they were timing it with.
All right, so we still think this child is in danger. We've gotten rid of the cultists, but the priest is still out there, which means he probably has more cultists and can do all this bullshittery again. I think we have to go to the chief and find out how do we put this child and this family in some kind of like Aether containment, some kind of like not a prison, but like a magical safe house, something that they can't find her, can't get to her. Is that something we have access to?
Before you do that,
Sure.
You guys have now come and gone through this spot where the veil seems to be thin. The preacher and his group also went through this spot. So it seems like it's a very specific anomaly that is right here. So if you can figure out what's going on with that, you might be able to keep them from coming through here. That's not to necessarily say you won't be able to get back another way, but it would definitely probably hinder in the very least.
So knowing what I know about Aether, if I continue using Aether or whatnot in this place, will that strengthen or weaken the barrier, or is that like a whole different side of the coin?
Okay, so you guys are actually at one of the nodes that the basically conducts the Aether from the air through the city itself. And this is the thickest you've seen that fungus that reacts to Aether. And they did something to the fungus does something to the Aether, corrupts it, and it's kind of concentrated here. To answer your question, yes, the more you use Aether, the stronger the connection will be with the because it gets boosted by the fungus, and also the fungus kind of grows and feeds off it as well.
All right, so you use Aether around the fungus gets bigger, and the barrier grows weaker. So we need to kill the fungus.
Yes.
So that means we're
So
gonna
I will look
mass-
to the others. We need to hack up all of this fungus. It's weakening the barrier between here and there. It makes it harder for them to pursue and follow. I make sure that as I'm explaining, I'm talking to Hope and Scraggle.
Snaggle will just stab the fungus.
Yeah, so couple things. One, this area seems to be where it's concentrated the most,
Mm-hmm.
but also it's been spreading throughout the city
Mm-hmm.
the
So
longer that it's been here. So,
I'm trying to demonstrate that Magellan makes it wilt.
oh yeah, Magellan is actually very successful.
And so then Snaggle will hold out the dagger to Hope and say, Magellan hurt fungus. Maybe if Aether knows how to copy Magellan magic, make more, and get entire crew to go and kill all fungus. What says?
I says, you got yourself a plan, man. Now, I guess my only question is, I don't see anything on my ability sheet that says I can do thingies like that. You tell me, Dave, how possible is that?
So there's definitely things that can be done or made. But it's not going to be easy.
If I recall, just a little bit of a game theory, if you will. If I recall, there were rocks here that resonated with some sort of like Aether thingy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not make copies, right? Pick up some of those sharp rocks, maybe do some Aether mumbo jumbo to kind of like not copy, maybe gain some sort of, I don't know, Aether resonance thingy with it, or similar to Magellan. But I'm pulling this out from my places we don't say online, right, man? So again, you tell me how plausible that is.
All right, so you're gonna first off, you're gonna have to kind of like open up and let loose with your ethermantic senses, right? And you probably use devices for this. So give me an awareness check.
An awareness. Okay. Oh, that one dice is going crazy, man. All right. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 awareness plus 1, 10.
What was your total? I'm sorry.
10.
10. Okay. So as you kind of let loose with your senses and kind of take it all in, one, as you're kind of examining this fungus, in some ways it changes how it looks to you all of a sudden. Like, you put on a pair of goggles and you kind of like flip through a couple of different settings, and then all of a sudden it goes from looking like this network of fungal growth to almost like like a circuit board. And it's all connected, and through this you also know if any of it survives, it'll regrow if it's exposed to any ether. And there's always at least some ambient ether in the air, but in the bowels of the city that is powered purely by the Aether. That's why it was able to grow so rapidly. If you eliminated all of it but a scrap, it will eventually come back. But then you notice something else. Like, the dark ether and corruption of Lucian's dagger becomes kind of like glaringly obvious to you, as does Magellan Snaggle's dagger, as you're kind of like scanning around.
Yeah, like in fact, as I'm kind of like admiring the fungus, like talking about like, oh man, I mean like this is sophisticated. It's self-repairing, self-sufficient, self-growing. In fact, guys, and I kind of turn up to look up. I'm like, whoa, what's that?
Yeah, and like, because you're following it, you're looking, but you're also looking at this power node, right? That it's kind of been integrated itself with and feeding off of. But then you see something strange. There's an Aether dead spot on Snaggle's persons.
I pick up a stick because I'm afraid to be in that dead zone, and I kind of look around like, don't move, Snaggle. I kind of like try to get a better look at the dead zone.
Yeah, it's small. It's maybe the size of a, I don't know, a drinking mug. Similar shape. It's kind of like a cylinder.
If I didn't know better, there's a zone of Aether that just does not exist around you, Snaggle, and for the life of me, this is gonna sound crazy. It looks like a mug.
Mug?
You wouldn't so happen to have a drinking device on you, will you?
Do I have a magic mug?
So he kind of points to an area on you, or maybe he pokes you or whatever, and it is where you have something stored that you were given a long time ago in a tavern.
Oh yeah, by Roz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he'll pull it out. There's currently the remnants of some of the yogurt in it.
Yeah, so
is that my wait? I take off the thing. Is that my?
So you pull it out. This is an Aether shielded canister. It's a specialized piece of Aether hardware built for silence and secrets in a city that never stops listening. From the outside, it looks like a piece of junk, a discarded pipe fitting about the size of a heavy ale mug. It's made of a dull lead-lined alloy, maybe reinforced with treated chitin, giving it a weight that feels far too heavy for its size. The surface is pitted and stained with grease so it won't catch the light, and there isn't a single marking on it. The only way in is through a series of interlocking brass gears around the lid that require specific sequence to turn anyone sensitive to Aether. The thing feels strangely cold, an empty dead zone that swallows any magical resonance from within. And it so happens, Snaggle, you do know the combination, obviously.
Oh, I will put it after wiping the yogurt off of the outside.
All right. So once those gears click into place, the seal breaks with a faint hiss of pressurized air, revealing a padded velvet-lined chamber. Inside, you find a couple things. There's a Aether ink vellum, a small roll of high-quality baleen paper. The ink is invisible, but it will start to glow the moment it's exposed to an ambient Aether or an Aether decoder rod. So you have that, but you may or may not have the decoder on you at the moment.
Okay.
I don't know if you carry it on you or if you keep it hidden where you sleep or whatever.
He probably carries it.
Okay. So baleen paper is something. It's actually pretty valuable in and of itself, and it's made from the whale bones. You also inside is a mark of authority, a single high value Villine trade bar etched with the Ethernati crest. It's enough to cover your expenses or act as a get out of jail card with the right contacts in Haven. And when you guys see him pull this out, like it's like he just pulled out a gold bar, basically. Essentially, it is so valuable. And then there's something else. This, you're actually not sure what it is at first glance, Snaggle. It's a small glass vial of concentrated alchemical solvent. So there's a little letter in there, basically, explaining that you can use this to destroy the corrupted fungus.
Ooh.
Which means also Roz already knows about it. And the people that she works for already knows about it.
Aha.
Basically before you knew, because this was days ago.
Right. Okay. So, yeah. Can I pour the solvent on or like wipe it on, or however you would apply it to the root or the stem or wherever this fungus is coming from here?
Well, I think, you can, but you don't know exactly how it's going to work. So I don't know if Snaggle would want to consult with Lucian and or Hope.
Is that taboo for me to do?
Is what taboo for you to do?
For me to communicate who I am with
them.
They haven't known this whole time.
It might cause some trust issues. Like, ultimately, it's up to Snaggle, but as an operative, your goal would be to keep your identity hidden.
Right. So, Snaggle will, look to, Hope, and he will offer the vial and say, Look at vial. Maybe useful.
I put back on the specs and say...
Because in his perspective, Lucian, he knows more, but also Seraphi's mad at Lucian, and also Lucian is, like, he channels Aether through him, and whereas, the scientist is Hope.
Yes.
Yeah, Hope would be better in this particular situation because I work with Aether. Aether is bad around these plants that we need to deal with. So, yeah, I as a player and as a character fully agree.
So when you look at it and you analyze it, you can see that this is the opposite of the energy that's coming from the fungus. So it would counter it.
My friends, we're looking at concentrated, for lack of better words, anti-Aether, okay? We're talking a complete nullification.
Well, it's actually anti-corrupted Aether, so...
Oh, anti-corrupted Aether, okay.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about stuff that would change the Aether, the scientific Aether community back when we get there. But we're gonna have to use it. Come so close. Alright. How would I properly use this, Dave? I'm pretty sure Hope knows, but me, I am like...
Yeah, so I think you're going to build, basically you're going to have to build some kind of device to disperse it, right? And also take, something that's going to distill the concentrated nature so that you can get more out of it.
Maybe I could create, because my boomstick, my gun is an Aether gun.
So I just assume you have other miscellaneous stuff on you as well.
Okay.
Unnamed is fine.
All right. Well, I go through my like, gentlemen. I need a moment as I kind of empty my bag. All right, and I'm just kind of like building out this device that I'll be using to use it. It's almost like a because I'm not just gonna whip out a giant Gizmo 9000. It's kind of like a way to pump the air, turn it into like an airsoft thing, to help spread better, almost like a
Yeah.
spray thing. So like, but for Aether, I'm like, or in this case, anti-corrupted Aether. But okay.
Give me an intellect.
You don't already have one, Dave?
No, I was
Nice.
built without it.
7, 8. It's gonna be an 8.
Okay. So you're able to put something together with what you have, but it's just not as quite as efficient as you were going for, because you were just missing a part or two. So it still kind of works, but it's going to give a -1 forward the first time you go to use it.
Okay. I'd be like, guys, this is the best I can whip up in, such short notice. By all intents and purposes, this should not exist, okay? So, the fact I got this far is nothing short of a miracle.
So, as you're kind of doing that, and everyone's like, Malcolm's kind of watching you. He's kind of curious and interested in what's going on. What is Seraphe and Snaggle doing?
I think Snaggle would go up to Seraphe to check on her, because like he saw that she was yelled at and she's upset after she was vulnerable. So Snaggle will kind of like toddle up to her and just like tug on her skirt a little bit. And he's probably kind of watching around Pips too. But then he looks up to Seraphe and he goes, is Seraphe okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Seraphe knows, Snaggle knows, it's not true when Seraphe says it's okay.
Well, let's just say everything I was worried about turned out to be exactly the reason I left.
Sometimes people with big brain spend so much time in big brain sorting things, forget to think about thoughts in other people's brain and why.
Well, or big brain plus high aristocratic status does not usually make the most empathic people with the most empathy. And she's gonna turn all of her attention to Pips. Just trying to keep her calm.
Seraphe wants Snaggle's still favorite cake from bakery?
No. I'll be okay.
Okay. If Seraphe changes mind, Snaggle would not mind going to bakery.
Maybe after all the flowers are gone, or fungus, or whatever the heck this is.
Then have big cake.
Exactly.
And then you hear the sound of something metallic bouncing on stone. Tink, tink, tink. A metal-looking egg lands on the ground. It's about the size of maybe like an ostrich egg, and lands between Lucian, and the rest of you. And it cracks, and a shimmering wall of energy appears, cutting you off from each other.
What?
And then, there's like a low hum that kind of seems to be coming from it. Lucian, down the tunnel, you see two figures moving in your direction. Again, you hear the sound of metal on stone as the quadruped stalks down the tunnel next to a small figure, odd, maybe the size of Snaggle. Same basic shape, except for it's got long antenna or ears sticking up off of his head. And I think that's where we're going to end things tonight. And next week, we'll wrap things up with our final session and see where our players end up. But with that, I want to thank you guys for playing. And of course, thanks everyone for hanging out with us. And until next time, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.